Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the Lakers have signed two guys and dropped two guys. Simple and plain. We picked up L.J. Figueroa and Shaquille Harrison, and we dropped Dwayne Bacon and Javante McCoy, which I'm very disappointed that we did. The reason being is because I know what his skill set appeared to be, and it's a lot to work with. The kid was very electrifying when driving at the rim, and just overall his footwork and things like that. It was a lot to work with. You could definitely see that he's a real NBA player. So I think the Lakers made a mistake there, but it wouldn't be the first time we've let good talent walk away. So that is what we did there. Now, Dwayne Bacon, I thought he put up some pretty solid minutes with the Lakers, in our preseason. I thought he put up a good show. Hopefully, he can continue to find his way in this league. But I thought it was pretty clear that he was going to be the odd man out. Now, L.J. Figueroa, never heard of him. Now, I've heard the name before, actually. I got to tell the truth. I have heard the name, but that's about as far as it goes for me. But I hear he's a pretty good guard, 6'6", someone who can do a lot of things for you on the offensive end. So I'm looking forward to seeing him get out there and try to make the team. And Shaquille Harrison, from what I understand, listen to Dan, the Lakers fan, this is somebody who won the Defensive Player of the Year in the G League. So as a guard, that is impressive. And you add that to Patrick Beverly and what we have with our guards who can play defense, and you love what the Lakers are thinking. Adding more defensive players who can help keep Patrick Beverly healthy, making it so that he's not the only guy hounding people all the time. So that's what I'm looking at. Very happy about that. Hearing that we're also going to be getting Dennis Schroeder back on Sunday. His visa situation is taken care of, so we're very happy about that as well. I haven't looked into nor heard anything about Juan Toscano Anderson, but judging by the fact that nobody's screaming or anything in regards to his name, hopefully that means that his injury was minor and not serious, but he did walk away with what looked like some type of leg injury in the last preseason game. So I do not expect he'll be out there for the next one. But so far, no news on that. So that's really where we're at right now. I haven't heard anything in regards to the Lakers. I'm not quite ready to talk about the next game. Didn't even look into it. I just wanted to make sure you guys know that we've made some transactions, more guards. I know people are rolling their eyes at the guards. The fact that we're getting so many guards, I really don't. It's like this for me. I do think we need to have a healthy amount of defensive guards on this team. I do believe that. We need to have a healthy amount of defensive guards. We need guys who can kind of keep Patrick Beverly healthy, as I've already said. So the more of those guys you have, the more you can throw at teams. Simple and plain. If you only have one of those defensive guys, when one of them leaves the rotation, you're losing that dynamic, and therefore you're leaning on that player too much. So if we have enough of those little guys that can run around and chase these high-powered guards, we can keep one another healthy, which is what it's all about. So I like that idea. And, you've seen a premium on those type of players, obviously, with Grand Theft Alvarado emerging, Davion Mitchell emerging. Obviously, you saw Marcus Smart win Defensive Player of the Year last year. So there's a different attitude about defensive guards. And, I like it. I'm all for it. I think it's time to start respecting guys who do different things other than some of the stuff that we love to see. So that is what it's about. I think defense is fun to watch, but it doesn't get the type of attention that a slam dunker or somebody who hit threes will get. So, yeah, I like the idea of picking up a guy like Shaq for our team. So, another thing that I think is worth pointing out is that the Lakers often tend to, and I see the Celtics do this a lot, but tend to look at names and say, ooh, that's a marketable name, or look at that guy and say, ooh, he looks like Kobe. It's a lot of that going on. Figueroa is outside, it's the name of the street, outside of Crypto.com Arena, one of the most famous streets in Los Angeles. So L.J. Figueroa, and then you go with the Shaquille Harrison, and then you got the whole nine. So it's like, I see that's something that you can say, oh, that's like you can kill two birds with one stone. Not only is this player going to help us, but also they're marketable. They have key phrases that are our fan base will recognize. So, as I said, the Celtics do that all the time. They'll draft somebody with the last name Green, or I remember they drafted a guy named Allen Ray the same year they traded for Ray Allen. Like, stuff like that happens all the time, and if you look for it, you'll see organizations doing that stuff here and there. So, yeah, Lakers are infamous for it. I think, all in all, this is an excellent situation. I'm very excited about the Lakers continuing to try to keep new and fresh guys in the rotation to try to see who can play, who cannot, trying to find talent anywhere they can. That's what I've been suggesting for our team to start doing, and they've done an excellent job at it. And I just want to see us continue to do it. Just, while we're paying attention to what our main team is, continue to keep a healthy rotation of these guys. Now, what I'm hoping the Lakers do, if Javonte McCoy does not find himself with another organization, is get him back over here with us. I think the same thing about Mason Jones, because a lot of these guys, if they don't find their way in the league, Mac McClung as well, they can stay in our farm club, and we know they can play. We can call them up over the next several years when LeBron retires, when all these different things shift, and we'll have players in the tuck that we know, if nothing else, can be role players and bench players for our team. We're not going to have our picks. So a guy like Javonte, he's young right now. He's a rookie right now. If we can keep him in our organization, if he doesn't catch on, I think it would be smart to keep him in our organization, because I would love to see what he looks like 2, 3, 4 years from 5 years from now. He's going to be popping off the screen. And if you look at where these guys are right now, it's where Caruso started. You know what I mean? And we see where he's at right now. So you got to look at all of the prospects that way, because I think a lot of them have upside. They just don't have opportunities. And I think the Lakers have done a great job with their scouts. As I tell you all the time, those scouts are the best in the game, and they're doing their job. They're going to keep on finding these players. So that's something that I am very happy about. Want to continue to see. And that's what I got for you guys, man. It's not a big time Laker video, because honestly, I didn't look up a whole lot in regards to us. I just want to make sure you guys know what the latest is. And looking forward to seeing Dennis Schroeder, how his minutes are going to affect everybody else's, because now we're starting to see the real presence of what our guard situation is. It's just going to be very difficult for Russell Westbrook to get his triple-double numbers, his minutes, and stuff like that. I know people are looking for Russell Westbrook to kind of have a redemption year, or, kind of get back to a level that would make it so that we could trade him at a star level. But I have to remind myself that his contract is what it is that you're trading. He doesn't have to suit up at all to get that thing moved. He doesn't even have to be healthy to get that thing moved. Sometimes even I forget that. And so it's just one of those situations where I think the Lakers are just doing him a solid. I really believe that. I don't think it benefits us very much to even have him active right now. But I think for chemistry's sake, for his legacy's sake, for our image sake, in treating players right, I think the Lakers are just allowing him to go out there and play, even if it would probably benefit them to shut him down. But, when you think about him being able to raise his trade value, it's not going to be in the numbers, which is what you're selling when you're selling Russell Westbrook. So I don't know if that's even a thing anymore, given the fact that the minutes won't be there. You're talking about Dennis Schroeder, Patrick Beverley, and all these other guys, Pippen and all these other guys. You're going to want to see, obviously, LeBron James facilitating, and you're going to want to see Austin Reeves facilitating. So when does Russell Westbrook get a chance to do the things that he does? I think he's phased out of the lineup, and I think you're going to probably see him start games, but he's only going to get like 10, 15 minutes, in my humble opinion, if we're doing things properly. And you got Dennis Schroeder to consider as well now to enter into the rotation. All of these guys should have more minutes than they're going to be offered on this team. And so how do you get Russell Westbrook all those minutes to do all those things he's supposed to be doing? You don't, is the answer. You don't. And I don't know if he sees that, but I do. So, yeah, they're not saying they're shutting him down. They're not telling you they're shutting him down. But you won't see him as much as you expect to. It's the team is structured so that he's basically phased out. Because if you start looking at what you expect from the other guards, you expect him to be the odd man out from a production standpoint anyway, based on how our team is structured and what we need. So, yeah, Darvin Ham has I think it's going to be a tough task trying to navigate, man. Once Russell starts understanding what it is I just described, I can totally see him starting to get frustrated, if there hasn't already been a conversation about that. And judging by the way they've handled how it appears the Lakers have handled Russell Westbrook, I don't know that there has been a conversation about where he actually slots in on this roster right now as it pertains to the rest of these guards that they're bringing in. I think it's just an unspoken truth, possibly, because you can clearly see it as I do. It's not there. So, I don't know, man. If I'm Russell Westbrook, I just want to stay in shape. Honestly, it's just about staying healthy, staying in shape. For the Lakers, I want him to not get hurt. So, however best to navigate that is probably the smartest way to go from here on out. I think there was a video that I made when I said, the fruit to playing him was raising his trade value, because once he starts getting triple doubles, all this, that, and the third, but it's just not necessary that he does. And I don't know that it's possible that he will. Whether you give him the minutes or not, judging by what I've seen, he may not play that well, but even if he does, even if he's willing to play well or can play well, the minutes aren't there. So, yeah, this is going to get interesting, man. This is going to get very interesting. I don't know where everything stands in regards to trading him, other than to say we got the 2 picks in hand and his contract's worth 47, no matter what the weather. So that's pretty much what it is. We just wait. We understand the Lakers are still going to have to weigh all of their options in regards to the different trade packages that are available to them. And of course, we expect some more to open up. Clearly see what's going on with Draymond Green. I think a lot of people are going to talk about whether or not he would be someone the Lakers to take a look at. I do not believe it makes good basketball sense to bring him in. We need shooting. And so he's going to be $25 million worth of salary in the next 2 years. We would have to ship out on top of something else in order to make the salary make sense. So you're not going to be giving away anything you want. You're likely going to be packaging 2 picks and Russell Westbrook and something else to make the salary match, and then as to which Golden State would have to attach Draymond and something else probably to make all that make sense. So we could be looking at a real interesting shakeup if the Lakers do try to make a move for Draymond Green, because the salaries, it's going to have to involve Westbrook. And then the salaries still don't match. It's like a whole another $20-something million that has to be made up for. So for those who are saying Draymond going to be a Laker, I don't see that path over the next 2 years. I don't see it. And it doesn't make no sense. And it's something that we probably should not want based on our needs as a team and the fact that we have defensive bigs in place. We have facilitating. I mean, we have a better facilitator for what it is that he does on our team, LeBron James. Like, Bron is a better version of him. So why do we, no. I'm sure Bron would love to have his brother there because they would be excellent. And he could help him defensively a lot. They'd be cerebral. But at the end of the day, you got 2 non-shooters right there. Right there. And the whole point of what we're trying to do is to get rid of a non-shooter who's on a bad contract in Russell Westbrook. So to bring in another non-shooter who's aging, just who has insubordination issues apparently, or whatever it is, punching people out, whatever it is, I'm cool, man. As a Laker fan, I know people are considering this. I know Bron probably want to do this. I'm cool. Let's not. Simply put, if he was a 40% shooter, yes, bring him in. As he is, no, absolutely not. That's the determining factor. I don't care about the behavior. None of that stuff is a determining factor to keep that champion from here. What keeps him from being here is the fact that we don't have enough shooting to make his piece make sense to me. Simple as that. No. I don't care what the media say. Please don't do that. So, that's what I got to say, man. Absolutely not. The only way I'd be willing to do that is if they're giving me a ridiculous amount of stuff that doesn't make sense for them to give me. Starting with, give me Jordan Poole. Like, that's the type of stuff I'm going to be asking for. If you're going to give me Draymond Green, I want the whole experience. Give me both of them. We gonna deal with it. We'll pay them both. No, I'm kidding. And see, that's the point. It's like, nah, I don't want Draymond Green. I want the other stuff you have. Starting with Jordan Poole. So, nah, we ain't nah. Lakers need shooting. And Draymond is the opposite of that. So, the end. So that's all I want to say, man. I want to make sure I get that out because I know a lot of people are wondering about that. I think most Laker fans are on my side with this one. I don't think most of us want him here. I don't think that. For different reasons than myself, but probably come to the same conclusion. Nah, we're good. So that's what I got, man. My name is BDF44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.